Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Today we're going to talk about who the NCL Joy is really for. Come join us. Today we're going to talk all about who the NCL Joy is for. So first, thank you so much for coming to watch our videos. We really appreciate it. We're just a small travel agency. We try to provide some great cruise information, news, ship tours, the whole 9 yards for you so that you can plan and go on an amazing cruise vacation. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost a thing. So please subscribe. We put out a brand new video every day. We go live on Wednesday evenings and we do cruise news on Sundays. Let's talk about the NCL Joy. We just got off and I have feelings about it. It was very crowded. It was an interesting sailing. It was right before the end of summer vacation. So there was almost a quarter of the ship were people under 18. So that presents some challenges. And it actually helped me figure out more easily who the ship is for. NCL in the past few years to me has had a little bit of an identity crisis of figuring out who they want to be on their cruise ships, right? So we're in marketing and I always look and say, like, who is your ideal client? If you're super clear on who your ideal client is, marketing and everything else is really easy. So for Virgin Voyages, it's the millennial crowd, right? It's that like Gen Z millennials that are getting into cruising that don't want to be around kids. They just want to have like an adult fun vacation, and some older people, right? But their primary target is millennials. So people that have money want to go on an amazing cruise vacation, but not deal with kids and have some interesting other things going on, like dining that's included and kind of a little more of an upscale experience. Royal Caribbean, family vacation. Couldn't be more clear. It's a family vacation. The ship is a destination. It's a vacation spot for the whole family. There's water slides. There's bumper cars. There's ice skating. There's laser tag. Couldn't be more clear. Princess, little more upscale. Celebrity, adults, little more upscale, right? And celebrity, right? You'll see kids on a celebrity cruise. I don't know why. There's not a ton of things for them to do, but people bring their kids. It's fine. Same thing on Princess. People bring kids, of course. Carnival, right? We all know what the Carnival demo is. It's a little more of the fun party crowd, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's who it's for. It's the fun ships, right? So they're the ones that are going to have the big deck parties and all the fun going on. Can you bring a family on Carnival? Of course. There are tons of things for kids to do. So each of them has like a little like niche of what they go after. I can't figure that out for Norwegian in the past few years. When I was on Prima, I was so confused of who the ship was for. There are things where I look at it and I go, well, that's for kids. And then there are things that I look at and go, well, the ship doesn't look like it's built for kids at all. So same thing with Joy. There are elements where I can see it's great for kids. There's a racetrack. It's actually a pain to have kids on there because they're reckless and, they don't understand that you're still going 35 miles an hour in a car that can hit somebody and hurt somebody. They don't care at all. But again, that's geared towards younger people. There's mini golf. Who cares, right? That's for everybody. And then as you look around the ship more, there's one water slide that could be for younger people. There's the tube slide, certainly for young people. There's a splash pad for kids. There is obviously a teen club and all those different things that all the cruise ships have, and childcare, things like that. But for the most part, I would like to see NCL kind of focus on a crowd. To me, for this ship in particular, the Joy, especially after it goes through its dry dock in January, they're ripping out the Galaxy Pavilion. Fine by me. I didn't see people in there a lot at all. It's a really cool concept, but it takes up a ton of space on the ship. And it's super expensive. I don't get it. It's like $10 per thing that you do. How many of those things can you do? I mean, it's going to cost you what it would cost to go on a cruise to have your kid in the Galaxy Pavilion every day. They'd be better off just having a cool old school arcade. They do have arcade games and stuff there, and in the local. But so that's going to become the thermal suite, which I love. I think that's great. Now, however, they're making the observation lounge smaller and adding balcony cabins there, which I think is a mistake. I think the observation lounge is an amazing spot on the ship. I would love NCL, especially on the Breakaway and Breakaway Plus class ships, if they leaned into that adult experience more like Celebrity and Princess, where they get rid of that racetrack and have like an upscale adults only solarium or something there, right? Because we have Spice H2O in the back there. If you covered that and made that a solarium with a pool back there and a bunch of cool things, and not just have like the Vibe Beach Club, which they're making bigger, which is cool, and they're getting rid of laser tag. Again, kids, something for kids. Making it a little more adult focused, I would lean into it more and really focus on that, but keep the observation lounge the same. And for me, like the big thing with NCL at this point, especially on these bigger ships, just the nickel and diming is out of control. It's everything is 5, 10, $15 extra. So right now the Joy is for everyone, which is terrible in marketing because that means it's not a good fit for a lot of people. However, it is a really great ship. I'm sad that Footloose is going away. The Element show was great. I don't know if they're going to put anything else in, or if it's just going to be the standard like cruise type of variety shows, singers, dancers, comedians, magicians. But right now, I would say if you are going on Joy, adults, kind of like anything over 25 and up, is a good fit for you. The ship itself is beautiful. There are tons of things to do. The shows were good. Like I said, Footloose was great. I'm sad that it's going away in October. The water slides are fun. The pool deck is the weirdest pool deck I've ever seen. I know everybody talks about it. There's a tiny little pool. And then there's just this big, vast open space where they put chairs, and it gets super crowded and awkward. The pool for the kids is almost bigger than the adult pool there. So adults, anyone, I think for me, like if I were to go back on Joy, there are a few things that I would do. One, I would get a thermal suite pass to get away from the crowds because the ship gets very congested in specific areas because the flow isn't great around like Taste and Savor. Up in the shops, it becomes very tight and everybody congregates in one spot. Thermal suite pass, Haven would be amazing. And for me, the only way I would go on Joy again is if it was going to a really cool destination like Alaska or the fjords or somewhere where that observation lounge would be great. I could have a thermal suite pass to get away from the crowds and still enjoy all the rest. The restaurants are great. The wine tastings and everything were great, even though there are additional fee, which I get completely. But that's it. I think it's a good ship for adults. I wish Norwegian would lean into that more. I don't feel like it's a great ship for kids. There's not a ton of things for kids to do. They were congregating in the observation lounge at night, which kind of ruins that experience for adults if they wanted to go in there and have like a nice, like relaxing, enjoyable listening to music. There's kids everywhere. Again, which is all good, but if there were things for kids to do, they wouldn't be hanging out in the observation lounge. So I enjoyed my cruise thoroughly, which I normally do. I don't have high needs for things. Like I said, the restaurants are great. All the food was good. All the shows were great. So if you don't mind big crowds and you maybe travel in the Haven or enjoy that thermal suite pass to get away from some of the like atrium crowdedness, the Taste and Savor where that is being really crowded. It's the other thing I would recommend if you're going, like all of the free options were very, very crowded. The Garden Buffet was very, very crowded. The Taste and Savor, very, very crowded. And so was the Manhattan Room. So eat at strange hours, really early, really late. That will help. And otherwise, it's a nice ship. Not my favorite of the Breakaway Plus class. We're going back on Escape in a few weeks. Hopefully, we'll see how that is. It won't be as crowded as this. But I love Breakaway and Getaway. I've been on those many times. I would really focus on itineraries for this ship. If it's a cool itinerary, go for it. We did 3 days in Bermuda, which really saved, I think, the cruise for me because a lot of people were off the ship those 3 days, and that really, really helped out. So that's it. That's my opinion. Of course, you don't have to agree or disagree, whatever works best. Let me know what you think below. Have you been on Joy? Did you enjoy it? Who do you think that ship is for? I'm interested to hear what people think because I think it's a little confusing. So that's it. Thank you so much. Again, we'd love for you to subscribe. We put out a brand new video every day, and we will see everyone tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.